Hi, I'm Jeff Copper. I'm an ADHD coach, and I'm here today talking to David Giwerc about the importance of going through an accredited coach training program. David, this is a topic that's near and dear to your heart.
Yeah, it is, and for a lot of reasons, Jeff. Unfortunately, there's a lot of programs out there that are not accredited that say they can certify you, but when you go through their programs, those are their own internal standards that they've created, and they've not been scrutinized by an independent governing body like the ICF or PAC.
So there's certification and there's accreditation?
Correct.
And what's certification?
Well, certification is a designation and a set of standards and a process that you have to go through to receive a credential. And they can be internally done by a organization that says they certify you, or it can be done by an independent professional governing body that has assessors dedicated to scrutinizing your curriculum, the way you assess coaches, and then they give you the right to certify. So we as an accredited organization have gone through that scrutiny, through that process, which takes a lot of time and a lot of effort, which gives us the right to certify, and then the people that come out of our organization can then automatically be certified by those governing bodies. So it's a whole different game.
So if you're certified, anybody can have their own program and give a certificate, if you will, of completion. Accredited is a higher level because it's just not your standards, it's being scrutinized by an independent body, maybe an industry type body that's just really giving credibility to it. So anybody can start something to give you a certification, but accreditation is really where we're talking about an industry-wide, a professional that's seeking best practices that really wants to be a professional.
That's right, Jeff. That's very well put. And one of the things that makes the Academy so special is we are accredited, which means our programs are accredited by both the ICF for life coaching and the Professional Association of ADD Coaches for ADHD coaching. And there's a different set of competencies and different process. And if the worst thing you can do is have somebody in a certified internal program that doesn't understand ADHD and doesn't understand the competencies, they can do damage.
And I can see how this can get really confusing out there, because if you don't know the difference between certification and accreditation, it all looks like, alphabet soup. But there's a really important distinction here, and what I think is really important that you have done with the coaching academies, you've taken them through, you have your own certificates, but you're accredited by these much larger organizations that have been doing this for a very, very long time, because there's dozens, if not hundreds, of other schools out there that do coach training programs that give certifications, but there's a handful of them that are actually accredited. And really, if you're looking for a professional, I would think that you would really want to seek somebody who's accredited.
Well, and in fact, in the ADHD coaching world of accreditation, there are only 3 schools, and we being one of those 3. And we being the oldest, the largest, the biggest, and one of the only, and maybe the only, that does research too. So we not only become accredited and have our program and process scrutinized, we test it and test it and revise it and make it better, because we don't want to rest on our laurels. We want to make our program the best in the world.
So with that said, anything left to say on the topic other than it's important, that's why we're doing this?
Well, all I want to say is if you want to become a professional coach and serve your clientele really well, especially in the ADHD world, these are people who have struggled and suffered. You want to have the best training, the best understanding, and the best skill sets and process, and only an accredited coach training program can do that. And I believe the ADD Coach Academy is better than anybody in the world.
I'd also have to say is, if you're going to get a coach, you're dealing with your life. You're dealing with your life. There's no sense to skip on this. You really want a professional that knows what's going on, because I've said it before and I'll say it again. There are some coaches out there that call themselves a coach that actually do more harm than good.
That's right. And anybody looking for a coach on the ADD Coach Academy site, look for the coaches that have those credentials next to their names, those accredited credentials that have come from our program, because those are the best trained professionals. And you're going to get somebody that's going to empower you to move forward, not hold you back, because it's a real important point.
Well, David, I really appreciate you making those distinctions and letting us talk to you.
Thanks a lot, Jeff. Appreciate it.